Morning YouTube. I thought I'd do a quick video this morning on a returns case I've got. I sold this item here. It's a Tevion USB turntable. You use it to back up your vinyl records to PC. I'll just show you some photos here. There you go. It's nice in the box with all the original packaging. And as you can see, they're in nice good condition in its box. The only mark on the box was the around by the handle, as you can see in this photo here. But you can see in this photo it's got the polystyrene packing, it's got the manuals, and the cover is in nice good condition. So this one was tested. I actually took it out the box, as you can see in my description. Tevion USB turntable, boxed, brand new, never used, has been taken out and fully tested. However, as I've had this in the attic for a long time since buying it, shows some signs of storage wear on the box. Comes with software manuals to transfer your old records to the computer. Please see photos for further details. So the buyer opened a return case saying that it's faulty. So here we go. The item reason for return is doesn't work or is defective. USB connector does not fit right inside the unit. Let's try that for a start. Let's just show you that it does fit perfectly fine inside the unit, so that's not a problem, and it's a standard USB connector, which, let me just fits fine. Okay, so that's the wires are fine. It does fit fine in the device. They obviously don't know how to use that. It protrudes from the entrance. I set it up to record my vinyl to my PC and it does not work. The turntable is dead. The arm does not work. So as I only received this on Thursday, I am returning it for a full refund, please. I have lost confidence in this player. Please respond to confirm. I have repackaged it in the original packaging. I am awaiting your instructions. Thank you. So as you can see, the USB connector does fit fine in the USB port, so that's incorrect for a start. We have two polystyrene inserts. He didn't include both, he only included one of them, so that was on like that. And in the box there was nothing on the other side, so as a result of that, I believe this crack is how that happened, because it was basically just wobbling around in the box. So it arrived damaged. I've got no defects on my account at the moment, so I thought, I know there's a risk where you contact eBay and if they decide in the buyer's favour then you get a defect. I understand that. However, I do get a lot of false returns. Almost all of them, not every single one, but most returns I get are fake returns. They're returns because they either don't know how to use the item or they've changed their minds, but they've said that there's something wrong with the item in order to get free return postage. So I thought I usually just sell it on basically and increase the price and get my money back that way. However, because this is now missing parts of the packaging and it's cracked and it doesn't appear to work either, it appears to be dead. I tested it when I bought it. I haven't checked the fuse in the plug. It's not what I sent. It's not in a resellable condition. Therefore, I think I'm going to fight this one with eBay. So I'm going to phone them up, explain that it's arrived damaged, and explain that his claims are false, and see where that takes me. Obviously I run the risk of it giving me a defect on my account, but I want to see how eBay does deal with this this time. So let's see. Let's give eBay a ring.
Thank you for calling eBay customer service, and how can I assist you today?
I've actually got a return case open that I've received this morning. It's the Tevion USB turntable return on my account. So this one was a new item. It was brand new in the box with all the packaging and stuff. They've returned it back saying it was faulty, but unfortunately it's arrived with only half the packaging in the box, and it's also smashed. The top's smashed on it.
So if I got you correctly, you sold an item and they opened up a return request claim, and the item is damaged in transit. Is that it? Or it arrived damaged?
No, they've received it in good condition, but they say that it doesn't actually work. So they've put in a case saying it's not as described, basically. And then I've accepted the return, and they've sent it back, but they've sent it back without some of the original packaging. If you have a look at the photos of the item, you can see there's like polystyrene and things like that, and it's a brand new item. So they've sent it back without any of that, just dumped in the box. All the wires are all just sort of thrown in there, and the top of the actual record player is actually smashed. There's a massive crack through it.
Okay, so upon checking here, they already you approved the request, they already sent you, and you already received the item. However, the item is now faulty or damaged, correct?
Yes, it's missing. It's missing parts that I sent originally, i.e. the packaging. Because I say it's a brand new item, so it had the you see, if you can have a look at the first photo, you can see there's like white polystyrene. It's just like dumped in there, and that's probably why it's become smashed, because there's a massive smash at the side of the lid of the item.
Okay, so let me go ahead and check this one out here, and let's file for a counterclaim regarding this buyer, because they sent you a faulty item, right?
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and send you an email to upload the pictures that you have there.
Okay.
So please send us all the proof that you will be having regarding this item. So let me go ahead and check this one out, and let's file for a counter complaint regarding this buyer, and the claim is called the faulty return, okay? So for this faulty return, I will be filing the complaint already now. So all we need to do now is to wait within 24 hours, and then you could call us back tomorrow, okay?
Yep, no worries.
Oh, okay. So here I already submitted the complaint regarding this one, and all we need to do now is to call us back after 24 hours. I already sent an email to you as well on the link on how you will be uploading the pictures, okay?
Okay, yep, no worries.
Okay, so once you call us tomorrow after 24 hours, we will be investigating the pictures already that you will be sending, and we will be investigating the claim already for you, okay?
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much, then.
You're welcome, Kay, and thank you for doing business with eBay, and have a great day.
Yeah, and you. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye. So let's see how that one folds out then. I'll take the photos and see. Be interesting to know whether this is going to end up with a defect on my account or not. But it's worth trying, because since they've started to change the returns process, I think it's worth trying to figure out whether there is a case to fight these returns or not. So we'll find out. Hello again so soon. So, as you heard, I was on the telephone to eBay. They were going to send me an email. I actually received that email. Let me just show you it now. Yes, here you go. So this is the email. Thanks for contacting us about what? What a mess. Hello. Thanks for contacting us about the Apple Mac Gold laptop that you recently purchased. To help us resolve your case, upload official documentation. No, I didn't buy a laptop, and that's not what I phoned you about. So that's the first problem. Then I have the case, where I open a case where I spoke to eBay. Fair enough. And then case closed. Hello, we received the case and decided to issue the buyer a full refund. Although we understand that you received your item in a different condition than when you sent it, unfortunately we cannot determine that this was caused by the buyer or that it was something in the buyer's control. A refund has been issued, blah blah blah. This includes the purchase price. This amount will be deducted from your PayPal method. Absolute joke. So, time to phone eBay and see what they've got to say.
Please wait while your call is transferred. Just so you know, we may record and listen to this call.
Me too.
Hello, this is Spin back on a recorded line. Can I have your name, please? Hi, good morning. How can I help you?
Hello, I telephoned yourselves at eBay probably less than 20 minutes ago, maybe half an hour, about a return case I've got open. I received it this morning. It arrived damaged and missing the parts in the package. So your customer services sent me an email to send up some photos to you. But I've received some strange emails from you. I've received the first email about an Apple MacBook, which is completely incorrect.
Okay.
And then I received another email saying that the case has been closed with a refund to the buyer. And I haven't even had the chance to upload the photos yet.
Okay, so you still did not upload the photos yet?
Well, no, because I only spoke to you about half an hour ago. So, you know, I can't take photos and upload them as soon as I come off the phone. You said that I've got a phone back in 24 hours' time, and then the case will be made a decision on the case. But you haven't even given me the chance to upload photos, and you've given a refund to the buyer.
Okay, so the email that you received is, are we talking about here, the Apple MacBook, or not?
No, I've never even, I don't know anything about an Apple Macintosh. I sold a Tevion USB turntable, and that's the case that I opened. I don't know what the Apple MacBook is. I don't know what that's about.
Okay, so
I don't know what that is.
maybe that email has. All right, I see. Maybe that email has been sent.
Yeah, because
by one of my colleagues.
Yeah, that's not even my eBay account. The seller's cookie. Obviously, that's not me.
Okay, I see.
So, and then I've received a email saying that the case has been decided in the buyer's favour, and you've refunded them the money, even though I've received a damaged item and missing the bits I sent. Not very happy, really.
I see. On this case, sir, since you've received a different message, a different email for you to give us a proof documentation that the item that you received back is actually faulty, I'll be sending you a correct email here right now so that you can upload the photos today, so we can send an appeal for this case, because this is what I can see here, that the case is actually closed for this.
Yeah.
Maybe that happens because maybe the last representative is under the impression that they sent you a right email for you to send the picture. So I'll be sending a new one for you, okay? Which is the right one. Give me a moment here.
Right, but
I'll be sending this one right now.
You've already refunded the buyer, though. The buyer's already had a refund. How's that going to work?
Well, we will be sending an appeal for the case. We'll be that appeal can be a request to reverse the decision. Reverse the original decision of the case. So if ever, hopefully, if the appeal that we will be requesting will get approved, we will be the one who will be sending a refund, because there's no way for us to get the money back to the buyer. That means it will be on our own money.
Right.
We will be refunding you for this item.
Right, okay.
So I'll be sending an email right now, and if you can provide us the pictures of that damaged item. One moment. Let me do it here while you're still on the line.
Yeah.
If you can provide us the pictures within the day, give us a call back so that we can send an appeal for this case, okay?
Right.
You're welcome, Kay, and thanks for being with eBay. Enjoy your day. Goodbye for now.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
So again, even if I do get a refund, which I have a funny feeling I'm not, because I've been here before, but who knows, the buyer's got his refund, and eBay will be refunding myself out of their own pocket. Again, a buyer gets away with it, whatever they've done. I think it's probably their old unit. I don't know, but they haven't packaged it correctly. I mean, you send out, as a business seller, you send out items really well packaged, and you make sure they get there okay. You get a return request, and some buyer just throws it in a box and thinks, yeah, just send it back, and it arrives smashed, and you expect to just to eat it. It's crap. And the way eBay just mess up every time I call them, there's some sort of mistake, or they do the wrong thing, or you get the wrong information given to you. I mean, they're now starting to automatically detect whether things have arrived, and then refund automatically within 2 days or whatever it was. They're just not up to that sort of service. They're not up to it. Anyway, what I'm going to do, if I get this email, which fingers crossed I will. Yep, looks like I've got an email. Right, okay, so I've got the email now. So I shall take the photos now, upload some photos to eBay, and then ring them back. So let's see how that goes. Here we go again.
eBay. If anyone is available, please pick up and press any key on the telephone touchpad. When valued customer is on the line, press 1 to speak to a... Please wait while your call is transferred.
Here
Just
we
so
go.
you know, we may record and listen to this call.
Me too. I had a return case opened recently, and I sold an item, and I accepted the return, and it arrived back this morning, but it arrived back damaged with bits missing. So I phoned up yourselves, who explained the situation. They said they were going to send me an email to send some documentation through, photos basically of the damage, which they didn't. They sent me a strange email about another seller, assumed by mistake, and then they closed it in the buyer's favour pretty much straight away without me having a chance to do anything. So I phoned yourselves back up. You sent me an email to send some photos again. This time it got through, to appeal the case. And you said to ring back once I'd done that, so that's basically what I'm doing now.
Oh, okay. Bear with me one moment there now. Let's have a look for the... What was the item itself there, if you don't mind me asking?
The item, it was the Tevion USB turntable.
Okay. Now...
There's a few sort of things about the return. The buyer says that the USB connector didn't fit correctly in the unit, which it does. So I sent a photo of that anyway. But I also sent a photo of the damage and the missing. Basically, it's a missing packaging. So they've basically just dumped it all back in the box without some of the packaging. And I think that's caused the damage to the item, because the damage is on the side of where the packaging was missing.
so the item was sent back to you in kind of lesser packaging, I suppose, than what you sent it out in?
Yeah, well, it was a brand new item, so it had like proper fitting polystyrene around the item. And there's some pictures of it in the original listing. And basically one side of it was missing. And all the wires were just sort of dumped into the plug, was smashing against the top of the case and all of that. And it basically just cracked. There's a massive crack across it.
Right. I guess.
But he's also saying that the USB connector doesn't fit, which it does. But then he goes on and says that he tried to use it, but the arm doesn't work, which is sort of contradicting himself, because if the USB connector didn't fit, he wouldn't be able to check if it... Yeah. But what concerns me now is that obviously eBay have refunded the buyer, according to your previous colleague, by mistake. But now obviously I've got a defect on my account because I asked eBay to step in and they found it in the favour of the buyer. Plus I'm down on the refund, and obviously I've got an item that is worthless because I can't sell it in this condition. So.
Right, okay. I mean, that, like you said, that is a bit contradictory, the message that he sent.
Yeah, well, it's going to appear dead because, if he doesn't plug it in. But he's saying he can't plug it in. But I sent photos of the item sort of plugged in, it's just the standard USB connection, and there's nothing wrong with it, it's fine, it just slots in. And
just kind of enlighten me here, I'm not too... It's not a kind of product, I suppose, that I'm not really familiar with. Does the USB connect the power supply, or is that just for the turntables to connect to each other?
Yeah, well, what you do, you plug it into the wall, that gives it sort of power, and then you plug it into the computer, sort of like a printer, similar to a printer, how you'd connect that. So it's just a standard USB connection, and yeah, it connects fine,
Okay, so there's a USB port at the back of...
Yeah, there's...
At the back, and then that connects into it, right, okay, that's grand. So he's saying, in terms of what he's saying here, just so I'm 100% clear, he's saying that the USB port that will connect to his laptop is where the issue issue was, I'm assuming, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Great stuff. Just like I said, I just wanted to get that clear in my own head, because you know yourself, it's always better to be able to make sense of these things before you kind of...
Yeah, sure.
Before we go looking at them. So, alright. In terms of the damage that's done to it, I suppose, what is the damage, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, there's basically, it's got like a see-through lid, like the turntable lid, and there's just a massive crack along the top of it, and it's the side where the missing polystyrene usually is. So if he'd put the polystyrene in, it wouldn't. I assume it wouldn't have happened, because, assuming it happened in posting, that is, because it would have been protected then. But it was just rattling around in the box.
Get a closer look at them.
Yep.
Whereabouts do you say was damaged? Is it where the USB port is, or is it on the opposing side? Or?
It's on the sort of at the back top on the left-hand side.
No. You sent in 5 images in total, is that right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. One of them was the USB wire that he says doesn't fit. So I just thought I'd send a photo of that as well. And the other one is just, that's how it was basically sent, just all the wires dumped in the box like that, with the turntable dumped in, with only one of the polystyrene pieces, and that's probably why it's become damaged.
Oh, I can see it, yeah, there's a massive big crack in it there, alright.
Yeah.
Well, obviously from the zoom in on the image it looks like a massive big crack, probably doesn't look as big when you're looking at it face on, but yeah, I can see that alright. So, yeah, give me 1 second, we'll have a look and see what we can do about this case we now. So we provided the return label in this case, did we?
Yes, I sort of selected that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just bear with me 1 moment. I'm going to just add a note to this case for you, alright? Just 1 second there now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that case has been granted in your favour there, alright? So
Right,
you've nothing else you need to do now at this stage. So in terms of obviously the cost of the item itself, that you'll be reimbursed in relation to that.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Was there anything else that you wanted to have a look at there?
I think because I escalated it to eBay and it was originally decided in the buyer's favour, I think I must have got a defect. I just want to make sure that would be removed.
You won't get a defect. You won't, because the case is being appealed in your favour now, so the defect won't be relevant to this particular case in this way. All right.
Right. Okay. Brilliant.
If in the event for some reason it happens to slip through the net and you do get a defect, contact us in and you can quote this call if you want, but you shouldn't get a defect, because the message that it's giving me on screen here is that that would be because the case is being appealed in your favour, obviously, and there won't be any defect in relation to it. Okay. Great stuff. Have a lovely day, Sam.
That's brilliant. And you. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for your call.
Cheers for that. Bye. Bye. Well, looks like that worked out quite well then. Again, it shows the difference in getting through to the Irish eBay call centre versus the one in the Philippines. So yeah, I'll check my PayPal. I'll give it, nothing's arrived via email yet, but I'll give it a few hours to I'll get the emails and so on, and then I'll check whether there's any defects on my accounts. But that went quite well. Just proves that you've got to persist with these things, I think, and also try and fight them. The ball's still out whether I would, unless there's something really obvious that I can fight here, because I think I was very, very dangerously treading on the area that they wouldn't do anything, especially going by that original email saying that they've decided in the buyer's favour because they can't prove that it was in their control or it's something they've done. So it's quite difficult to know whether another case is going to get, is going to get the resolution I got today or not. So I think it's something you'd have to decide on a case-by-case basis on whether you've got the right evidence and what sort of evidence you've got to fight it. I think a lot of it went my way because of this USB picture, because he said in the returns case that the USB plug didn't fit, didn't go in, but obviously it clearly does. So I think that probably went quite well in my favour. Plus the guy said about I used eBay's postage option instead of sending my own label. That may have gone in my favour as well, because obviously it's all down to them rather than me organising my own courier service. So that may be something to think about. So I think this item is basically unsellable. I don't think I'll be able to sell it. Hasn't really got any value, spares or repairs, and to be honest with you, I'll probably just chuck it, keep the box for packaging, keep the USB wire as a spare and just write it off. Don't know whether the stylus is removable. Maybe take the stylus off, use it for a different turntable. But yeah, so at least I didn't get a defect and I did get my money in the end. So well done eBay Ireland on that decision. It worked out. So, but saying that, they did refund the buyer as well, which means that the buyer also got his money back. And he'll go on and see nothing wrong in sending people's items back badly packaged, missing the original packaging. Certainly will be blocking him. Well, he's blocked as soon as the case came in. I block all my buyers. As soon as the case is opened, I block them. Unless it's a real genuine case. I mean, I had a refund there, or a return, sorry, there for a Wii remote, which he says doesn't work. It did work. I tested them all just before I sent out. But I haven't blocked him purely because he's saying it doesn't work and he's going to send it back. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I hope people find that interesting, and basically learn something from it. Whether that will encourage people to fight cases, or whether really you're best off just refunding and moving on, I don't know. At the end of the day, I've probably spent about 2 hours now this morning on this, so whether it's worth it, I don't know. But there you go. So thanks for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more similar content, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.